Let's move to cricket. Ayaz Memon, our Cricketwallah, is with us to take us through what he saw yesterday and what's in store for the rest of the week. Afternoon, Ayaz. Big comeback for Chennai and Rajasthan, you would have to say, in the matter of just a week.
Absolutely, and I think they've come back so strongly that they have put teams like Deccan Chargers, perhaps even Punjab Kings 11 on the defensive. They really have to watch their steps, not to mention Mumbai Indians. But yesterday's matches, both were one-sided. However, two things are emerging very clearly. One is that if you get off to a good start like the Rajasthan Royals did, and Graham Smith finally coming good there, then you are likely to win the match. If you get anything in excess of 170, and they went beyond 200. The only exception to the rule seems to be Kolkata Knight Riders, because they got off to a good start, but they just couldn't seem to put a foot right after that.
Yes, afternoon. First for Rajasthan, what can we say? There's tradition here. We like to perform. For Kolkata, I was reading somebody's Facebook status that said, is there any team that can lose to Kolkata? Is it getting to that kind of situation?
Well, it is. Look, the only victory they've got so far was in a rain-hit match when they beat, I think, Punjab. They're really struggling, and I thought that yesterday they had their best chance to reverse the trend when Brendan McCullum got some runs, and they posted about 155, which was on that track, perhaps 20-25 runs too little. But the manner in which they defended that total, it became almost farcical, number of catches that were put down. Now, it looks very funny on a 20-inch screen, but actually it's a sad story, because it seems that almost all the players have something else playing on their minds. It's not just what's happening in the middle out there. And I think that's something that they need to guard against. Now, virtually, they're out of contention for a place in the semi-finals. Even if they win all their matches, which seems very difficult, I don't see them getting a place in the semis. So they really have now time to go out there and play without pressure, and hopefully mull over what went wrong and improve from there.
They won't win all their matches, Ayaz, please. But today's match, Bombay and Mumbai Indians and Deccan Chargers, important you would say, because both of them started well but seem to have lost their way a bit.
It's a very crucial game for both teams, especially I think for Deccan Chargers, as much as for Mumbai Indians, of course. But Deccan Chargers got off to a flying start, 4 wins in a row, and they looked, almost unstoppable. And then suddenly, 3 games in a row they've lost. The last one getting bowled out for about 100, or just about 100. And their run rate has fallen drastically from 0.73 to 0.0 something. So they're really in a very vulnerable position. Mumbai Indians, of course, need to do something big now from here onwards. They've had they've gone about it like a yo-yo. Very good one day, then very bad the next. If the last match is any indication, they did very badly then, so maybe they should do well now. But again, a good start. If Gilchrist and Gibbs get going, then Deccan Chargers look very good. If Sanath and Sachin get going, then Mumbai Indians look very good. The first 6 overs are becoming very crucial, whether you bat or bowl.
The team least volatile with its performance so far, you would have to say still Delhi, despite Sehwag not being there for the last couple of matches.
Absolutely, and I think they've got a very good spread of talent. If you lose a batsman like Sehwag, who's he's such a furious hitter, frenetic hitter, they have a replacement who's David Warner, the young kid on the block, and he's making all the waves there. And if Sehwag comes back, imagine Warner will have to be rested. Gautam Gambhir has struck some kind of form. Dilshan is in terrific form. The bowlers are doing well. Glenn McGrath is not finding a place in the team. So they've really got a lot of depth in their team. And I think that they've been able to keep that momentum going. They've had a few setbacks, but they're right there on top of the heap now.
We were talking about Dhoni yesterday, Ayaz. Despite Punjab's loss, did you get the feeling that UV might be coming into form now?
Yes, he is, and I think that's the plus point they'll take from yesterday's game, because he made 48, looked very good, couple of, typical Yuvraj, big hits. He needs to play a match-winning innings. I think that's where he is perhaps looking a little lost. He's not had a match-winning knock from his own blade, and if that comes about, it's nothing like a victory under your belt to really charge you up. So maybe his fortune will turn and that of his team.
Thanks, Ayaz, very much for joining in today. As always, see you tomorrow. That's today's match, Mumbai versus Deccan.